The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Into the lane and just gets the roll.
Wow. A Q Media Group production.
And the serve just clears the top of the net. Played by the Bombers.
Local high school sports. Also available for free on the WCMP mobile app or on the Q Media Group YouTube stream.
He's got a lot of room to run, and he's off to the races. 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He's gone!
Now, to bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside North Branch High School for tonight's volleyball matchup here in the Mississippi 8 Conference between the visiting Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets and the North Branch Vikings. Good evening, everybody. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, and ready to bring you this Mississippi 8 Conference match here between the Blue Jackets and the Vikings. There we go. Good grief. Couldn't think of it there for a moment. But that is the matchup here tonight as we get started here very shortly with JV just ended. It is Parents' Night, so they're honoring the parents of the players before we get started. So we will start with looking at these two teams. But first and foremost, I think what we're going to do is, if he is ready, we are going to go ahead and try and get a A&W Hometown Handoff. Your A&W Hometown Handoff is brought to you by A&W in Pine City. Craving a classic? Stop in for a frosty mug of their famous root beer pair with a juicy cheeseburger or a savory mushroom and Swiss. A&W in Pine City. Taste the tradition. So if Adam is ready, Adam Hefty over there in Mora. Adam, can you hear me? And are you ready for this A&W Hometown Handoff? We'll give him a moment as he's over in Mora. While we have a moment, again, this A&W handoff brought to you by, of course, A&W with Hometown Handoff. They've got those cheeseburgers and cheese curds ready for you. Adam Hefty, you over there and ready, sir?
I sure am. Thanks for having me for this A&W Hometown Handoff. Good to be with you, Ethan.
Yes, thank you so much, Sheriff, for joining us. It's good matchup night here tonight in the Mississippi 8, but you've got a non-conference matchup that looks to be pretty good as well over there.
Yeah, it looks to be a really close matchup. It is a non-conference matchup. However, it is a new section matchup as both these teams coming out of Section 7 AA. So it's going to be a good battle. I imagine it will decide seeding at some point in this season.
Yeah, and I know Moore's having a pretty darn good year with the 30,000 seniors that they have on their roster. But looking at the standings right now, those two teams kind of right there in a spot for hometown or for some home court advantage in the playoffs, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And both 30,000. I love how that number just keeps growing as the season goes on. But yeah, no, both of them fighting for a home playoff game. And I mean, it's hard to believe we're already talking about playoffs.
It really is. I mean, playoffs are only a month away, though. I was looking at the playoff schedule for both of the teams here tonight, and we are exactly 1 month away, if you can believe it or not there, Adam. It doesn't seem real. It seems like we're still in August, still trying to get ready, but like you had mentioned, we're kind of into a rhythm now.
Yeah, absolutely. And this matchup is a great example of that. You have a great matchup as well.
Yeah, I've got two Mississippi 8 conference teams anytime. It's a Mississippi 8 conference game. It's always a good one to be a part of. The Vikings looking for a win on their home court tonight out of Section 7 3A. Two different classes between these two teams, but North Branch right there in the top 4 of their section. Looking for a home win tonight. This would go a long ways for them in helping them get into the top 3, even finishing in the top 2. For Cambridge-Isanti, not the win-loss record they would hope to have at this point of the season, but you know what? They're getting better and better as the season goes along. They are continuing to grow, and they're feeling pretty confident coming into tonight's game. So I'm excited for this one as these two teams both not desperate for a win, but certainly are hoping for a win against their conference rivals here tonight. Adam, thanks so much for joining me on this hometown handoff, and we'll keep updated throughout.
Absolutely. Have a great broadcast.
Thanks you as well. That again was Adam Hefty as part of our A&W
Yes, and welcome back here
Town
on
handoff here
95.5 FM.
on WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350. Again, that hometown handoff brought to you by A&W. They're proud to present tonight's hometown handoff. Swing in for a frosty root beer or root beer float, delicious cheeseburgers, mushrooms, and Swiss. They've got amazing cheese curds waiting for you. A&W is rooting for all the athletes playing tonight. Again, it is the Mississippi 8 Conference matchup here between these two teams, so excited for this one. I got to see Cambridge-Isanti for the first time this season last week against Princeton. Princeton off to a strong, undefeated start this season in Section 7-3A. So Princeton, the team to beat right now, but don't count out North Branch or Cambridge-Isanti to finish at the top of the conference here this year as we get moving forward here in our Here's the Pitch pregame. Here's the Pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor training facility. Whether it's fast pitch, slow pitch, or baseball batting cages, you can tune up your swing at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. Well, we're getting ready for this one. We're about 17 minutes away from first serve. Of course, we've got starting lineups and national anthem to get through before we get there. But as we are here in the Here's the Pitch pregame, why don't we take a commercial break to hear word from some of our fine sponsors. Can't do it without our sponsors, so we appreciate all of them. We'll be back after a word from some of those sponsors here on 106.5 FM AM 1350 WCMP.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take two.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 10. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
A jewelry store. Nada.
Then it's a thrift store?
Nada. A pawn shop. Nada. Another Man's Treasure is not a lot of things. What it is a place to find gently used power tools, hand tools, tires, fishing and hunting gear, motocross gear, and a ton of other cool stuff. Stop by and sell your gently used items, or buy something at a fraction of the price of buying it new. Another Man's Treasure in Becker, Princeton, East Bethel, Rice Lake, Wisconsin, or North Branch. Or visit Another Man's Treasure on Facebook and see what came in today.
Your journey to a smile you'll love forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Lightforce braces or Invisalign clear aligners. With locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you'll embrace forever.
Mille Lacs Health System has been standing in partnership with their patients for over 65 years. Their mission is to assist those residing in and visiting the Mille Lacs area in achieving and maintaining optimal health. Mille Lacs Health System providing urgent care and emergency services on their main campus in Onamia and family medical care in Onamia, Isle, Hillman, and Garrison. They salute the youth in the communities they serve and wish them good health and good luck.
Back here on WCMP as part of the Here's the Pitch pregame at North Branch High School for tonight's Mississippi 8 conference matchup between the Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets and the North Branch Vikings. Starting with the visiting team, the Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets. They are playing out of Section 7 4A. They are in a section that actually, you know what, is fairly down this year. It's not having the best of years this year. It's got Centennial, Andover, Anoka, the top 3 teams in that order. Then Duluth East, Forest Lake, Blaine, Coon Rapids, and Cambridge-Isanti. Now, Coon Rapids was able to jump up a spot over Cambridge-Isanti in the sections. Cambridge-Isanti was second in the section up to, last Thursday. So last Thursday, Cambridge-Isanti was second. And they've played 16 games so far, which is, crazy to me to think that they've already played 16 games this year, Cambridge-Isanti. But currently at the bottom of the section, but they've got a chance to win a few more games and improve that section record. And again, the way that they've been playing this year, again, the record won't speak to how well they've grown and the momentum they're carrying forward here. Not just tonight, but even from the last couple of games. Last week they had 3 games. Now, unfortunately, again, they did lose all 3. But again, they're improving. They're 1-5 in section play, 3-13 overall, have only won 10 sets and lost 35. But you know what? Again, this team, I was able to talk to someone who is close to some of the players and coaches over there, and he was saying, they're feeling really good about themselves. Again, last week, 3 losses, they're 2-13. There is a bit of a mix-up on one of their games, but they're 2-13. But again, they played Blaine, Chisago, and Princeton last week, so a long week for them. But they played really well. Again, Blaine, a very tough team in this section. They lost by two sets, but you know what? It was a really good game, and then they played really tough against Chisago Lakes, and Chisago Lakes is on top of their section. Chisago Lakes plays out of a 4-3A. Right now, it looks like Chisago Lakes did drop to number 2 in that section, just behind Matamidi, which that should be changed because of they are 7-4, not 6-5. But that'll all get figured out. But again, they were close in that loss to Chisago Lakes, and then they played Princeton. I thought they played Princeton really well. The scoreboard's going to show a 3-0 loss, but they played a lot closer than that. If you look at the first set, it was not the greatest of looks for Cambridge-Isanti. Then came the second set, and man, oh man, did they really improve in the second set. They got things going their way, got a little bit of momentum, fell into a rhythm, and it looked really good for that Cambridge-Isanti team going into set number 3. Now, again, they eventually would drop set number 2, so they were down 2-0. But going into that third set, they had everything going their way. The nerves were gone. They were into a rhythm, and they weren't making mistakes. They were playing well. They were playing motivated. They knew, hey, if we lose this set, it's over. And they gave Princeton everything they could handle and then some in that third set. And they led for almost the entire third set, but it wasn't until late in that third set when a tough call that did not go Cambridge-Isanti's way kind of led to them. I think it got into their heads a little bit, and that's when they started to make the mistakes. And that's when, to be fair, Princeton was able to use that call, miscall, whichever you'd like to call it, as a momentum shift for their side. And then they started to kind of pull things their way, and all of a sudden, Princeton was able to really run away with that third set. They almost had every single point to finish off that third set, except for one that Cambridge-Isanti got back. But other than that, it was all Princeton to finish it off. But Cambridge-Isanti looked really good. And for me, when I look at Cambridge-Isanti and hear some of the updates that I am able to get, I think for them, if they can get off to a good start, I think if they can start off on the right foot, that will be the key to success here tonight for Cambridge-Isanti. It's a team that has some inexperience. They've got some inexperience, but they're growing. They're consistently and constantly growing and gaining that experience, and that's all you can ask for if you're their head coach, Colin Dickey. So looking to gain some more here tonight, but again, I was really impressed at how they grew last week. I think, especially on a big week like that, when you play 3 games against 3 tough opponents, all of them except for, one who is a conference opponent, that's pretty impressive. The last, 4 of 6 teams that they've played have been conference opponents. So the last 2 weeks of play have just been loaded with talent in teams like Duluth East, Monticello, Blaine, Princeton, and now North Branch. So it's been a pretty impressive stretch of games for Cambridge-Isanti. But again, I've enjoyed the way that they have grown, and I'm looking to see them take kind of that next step here tonight. It'll be part of, well, this will be their lone dual match of this week, and then they'll head to a tournament over in Chisago on Saturday. So this their lone match, or again, dual match of the week before they go to a tournament on Saturday. So got the weekend break, got Monday off, and then now to this game here tonight. So a little bit of a break since their last game, but again, it's been a full 2 weeks of play for them here the last couple. And again, if there's a night for them to go out and get their first conference win, why not tonight on the road over your conference rival in North Branch? I wish these two played football because that would be so entertaining. But this is going to be a fun one here tonight. And again, for Cambridge-Isanti, if we're looking at players to kind of keep an eye on, for Cambridge, I'm looking at Emma Diedrich, who had a really, really big second and third set. She kind of came alive in the second set and really started to get the work done for her team. She was a big part of the reason why they were able to kind of get over that hump in the second and third sets, and a big reason why that the third set was heavily in their favor. And then another one was Kaylin Cryell. She did a really good job of stepping up as well. She was a starter there, and man, only a sophomore there for Cambridge-Isanti, but really looked strong in the kill department. She also got a couple of digs there as well. So those are the couple of players I'm looking at. Brianna Hanch, though, that's one of the young players that I'll be also watching for, because she came in off the bench, but she brought an energy to the team that you definitely want to see. And if you're Cambridge-Isanti, sometimes you just need that positive energy on your side. Sometimes that's what sometimes can be the difference. So we'll see if she can't provide some of that energy here this evening. As we go throughout the Here's the Pitch pregame, we're going to take another commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk more about the North Branch Vikings and what their season has looked like up to this point. But first, a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we're more than just your local dairy. We're also a trusted propane provider, serving homes, farms, and businesses across northwestern Wisconsin and east central Minnesota. Whether you need a tank installed or reliable delivery, we're here for you 365 days a year with flexible options that fit your needs. As a farmer-owned cooperative, we're committed to supporting our community because your home and farm deserve the best. Call 715-689-1032 to learn more. Burnett Dairy Propane, serving you with pride every day of the year.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Butch, Christie, and the crew at Hones Auto Body and Glass have over 44 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are I-CAR and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass. In Mora, Hones. They'll fix you up right.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. State-of-the-art pitching machines for softball and baseball. Rent cages with machines or bring your own pitcher. Here's the Pitch also offers instruction from experienced players. And Here's the Pitch has enough room for coaches to bring the whole team for training. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Honeymoon, here we come. Where's our car?
It's been stolen.
We'll call our insurance agent. I'm right here.
Oh, hey, Jen. You got our invite.
Love the dress.
Are we covered for this?
Of course. That's why you chose auto owners. We work together to get the right coverage. So when the unexpected happens, you know you're covered.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Need the game day going here for this Mississippi 8 conference matchup. We talked about Cambridge-Isanti before the break. Now, out of the break, we're going to talk about North Branch. North Branch plays out of Section 7-3A. They're currently fourth in the section behind Princeton on top at 14-0. They've lost all but 5 sets this year. Then Grand Rapids at 10-7, Cloquet 8-7, North Branch right there at 8-9. They are 3-3 in section play. and have won and lost both 25 sets. So a win tonight would not do much for their section win-loss record, but it would definitely help in the conference standings, and winning the Mississippi 8 Conference always a big, big thing to do. But North Branch sitting at number 4 right now, and getting a win here tonight would certainly help in trying to gain momentum and put together a little bit of a win streak before the end of the season. They have 2 weekends ago, played in a tournament over down south in Burnsville at the Midwest Volleyball Warehouse. Went 2-3 in that tournament. Then last week, they played 2 games. They hosted Becker and won 3-0. And then they got to play in Big Lake and won that one 3-2. So 2 big wins last week over 2 conference opponents. A big win over Becker, by the way, who plays out of 8-3A. So not a section win. And that's the tough part about this conference is there's only a couple that are section matchups. You look at like Big Lake and Zimmerman, those are not section matchup. Those 2 teams played out of section 5-3A. Princeton is the only section matchup for North Branch. Cambridge-Isanti doesn't have anybody in their section, so it's really tough for these 2 teams because you'd like to get a win, but you'd also like these to be more section games. But based on the way they have the sections kind of listed, they are not. So again, they only have one section opponent in Princeton for North Branch, so it is a little bit tough. But it doesn't matter. Conference wins are good whether they come in section or not, and North Branch is looking to get another one. It started with 3 losses in a row, though, for North Branch against Belle Plaine, Grand Rapids, and Rush City. But to be fair, you played 2 of the top teams in Class 2A in Belle Plaine and Rush City, then one of the top teams in 3A in Grand Rapids. Then they lost to Forest Lake, which made it a 0-4 start. And again, Forest Lake, a pretty tough team in Class 4A. Then they were able to beat one of the better teams in Class 3A in Cloquet. Then they went to a tournament, well, they hosted a tournament, I should say, where they went 3-1. Their only loss was to Princeton. That was a 2-1 loss there. They came out of that, lost to Monticello 3-1. Then, again, went to that Burnsville tournament down at the Midwest Volleyball Warehouse. And then came out of that with 2 wins against Becker and Big Lake. So 2 big tournaments before the middle of the season here for North Branch. And they will have 1 more that they'll play in before the end of the season coming up here at the middle of October. Right before the end of the season, they will play at a St. Michael Albertville tournament, and then they'll play at Chisago Lakes to end the regular season. But before that, they play tonight at home, and then they finish off the week on Thursday at Zimmerman. Then they'll travel to Princeton to try and get some revenge there and a conference win. Then the week after that, they'll still play Andover that week, and then the week after that, they'll play host to St. Francis, and then that tournament at St. Michael Albertville. So a big couple of games coming up. None of these are going to be easy for them, especially tonight. This is going to be a great matchup here between the Vikings of North Branch and Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets. I'm excited for this one here tonight. So we are going through our Here's the Pitch pregame. Training facilities, batting cages, and even live instruction. Get your team trained at Here's the Pitch in North Branch. That's in the Tanger Outlet Mall here in North Branch. Again, for Class 3A for North Branch, their playoffs start October 22nd. It's the day after that for Class 4A. Section 7 4A will start October 23rd. And because these are bigger classes and they tend to be smaller sections, they only have 3 games, quarterfinals, semifinals, and then championship for Class 3A. Championship and semifinals could be played at either Hermantown or Cloquet. Last year it was Cloquet. And then for 4A, looks like they don't have a set place yet. It might be high seed if I remember correctly, but they'll start the 23rd, 28th, and then 30th, so they both end around the same time. So near that Halloween mark is when we will have the section championships, rather, not conferences. But that is just about going to do it here for the pregame. We're going to get set for First Serve here on WCMP. Thanks so much for joining us here in the pregame. When we come back after this commercial break, we will be ready for First Serve here on WCMP.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Are you ready to get back to doing what you love? Whether it's recovering from an injury or preventing one, Wellia Health Sports Medicine Team is here to help. From kids to adults, we specialize in treating sports injuries, including concussions. We're here to get you back to peak performance. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or schedule an appointment through MyChart. Visit welliahealth.org.
Mom's Parkside Cafe in Pine City proudly serves breakfast skillets, scratch-made buttermilk pancakes, famous big cookies, and bread pudding with homemade caramel sauce. Enjoy home-style hot sandwiches made with real mashed potatoes and gravy. Voted Pine County's best breakfast, best lunch, and best soup and salad. This quaint cafe is owner-operated with a small-town feel. Stir in family and a sprinkle of hard work to complete the recipe for this award-winning cafe.
Order up! Mom's Parkside Cafe. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 2, and weekends, 7 till 2.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsand, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
When it comes to yours or your loved one's end-of-life celebration, there are many options. Find guidance from the professionals at Methvin Funeral and Cremation Services. Church services, celebration of life services at one of their chapels, a ceremony in a park, or even cremation. Methvin has the resources to facilitate everything from start to finish. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Sandstone, and Isle, or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com, serving our community since 1912.
Arrow Building Center in Siren is your leading name throughout the Midwest with trusted brands for your building supplies and services. Arrow Building Center has been providing contractors, homeowners, and do-it-yourselfers with quality products and expert service for all projects, big and small, for many decades. No matter the size of your next project, Arrow Building Center is at your service. And don't forget, free, yes, free delivery, always. Stop on by Arrow Building Center in Siren, conveniently located off Highway 70, or visit them online at abc-clc.com.
Hi, Rob.
Hey, why have you been so happy lately?
It's because I no longer pay for hot water.
What? You have 4 teenagers that take all-day showers. How do you not pay for hot water?
Well, I put in a central boiler outdoor furnace that heats my house, my garage, and now I have virtually endless free hot water.
Wow, that's great. With my 10 kids, I'll really save some money. Where do I get a furnace?
Check with your local central boiler dealer, of course.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
I'm Ebony. I'm Megan.
And I'm Alicia.
Together, we're dapper and divine. Whether you're looking for bold color,
fresh cuts, or laid-back vibes,
we're all about hair that feels like you.
At Dapper and Divine, we want you to leave our salon feeling confident,
fun, and effortlessly gorgeous.
Dapper and Divine, on the corner of Main Street, Pine City, across from the Bottle Shop. Right now, get $2 off your kid's haircut till the end of September. You know, back to school time at Dapper and Divine.
Are you tired of long commutes to the Twin Cities to work in the HVAC field? Dale's Heating and Appliance in Pine City is now hiring full-time installation and service technicians to join their growing team. Dale's Heating and Appliance is an established Lennox Premier dealer looking to expand their business. Benefits include competitive wages, health insurance, paid vacation, paid holidays, 401k, and more. Submit your resume to daleshvac@yahoo.com or visit Dale's Heating and Appliance in downtown Pine City today.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Getting your starters for tonight with the Blue Jackets. It will be number 3, Addie Larkin. Number 5, Jade Hayfert. Number 8, Madison Gibson. Number 10, Kaylin Cryell. Number 12, Emma Bosma. Number 17, Emma Diedrich. On the other side for the Vikings, it will be number 4, Sophia Thorson, number 12, Jade Knospel, number 15, Jenna Minke, number 19, Savannah Schrofer, number 20, Amelia Lattimore, and 24, Heidi Hedberg. Their libero will be Brooke Giese for the North Branch Vikings. So we're getting set. Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Zeros all across the board for set number 1. Getting ready to begin. The libero for Cambridge-Isanti will be Elise Fangmeyer. So Fangmeyer, the libero here tonight. Again, Cryel and Diedrich lining up right next to each other. Those who had a big night last Thursday. We'll see who may be the spotlight player. That's what I'm looking for. Spotlight player here tonight. Aid Hayford had a couple of big blocks last week. That was, he needed those blocks from her. And Bosma had a lot. I can't say just a few, but a lot of impressive digs last week against Princeton. She was all over the place for that team, and they really needed her performance last week as well as an entire team effort for the Blue Jackets. So it looks like the Blue Jackets... So we have 1-0 Jackets on the scoreboard. Not 100% sure what's going on, but apparently it's 1-0 Blue Jackets. It'll be Brianna Hash back to serve for the Blue Jackets, so 1-0. Not quite sure what happened there, but... Well, 1-0 it is, I guess. Hansch will serve, and it's going to go along, so we'll tie it right back up at 1 apiece. Oh, I guess it's 1-1. North Branch will quickly get a sub here. 1-1, as checking in will be number 6, Jocelyn Meyer. Or Mayer, excuse me. Mayer will set to serve. And it's over. Dug up there by Hansch to the front of the line. Bosma and looking for the kill, but keeping it alive did North Branch. Great job by them, and now pushed over. Bosma will set, and getting it over that time is Fangmeyer on the back line. Dug up there by Schrofer, and it's going to get through the block, and a kill for North Branch. That time by number 20, Amelia Lattimore. So Lattimore with the kill to make it 2-1 North Branch. Mayer with the serve. It's over. Hansch there for the dig, and hitting it across is Cryel. Dug up there by Mayer, and on that far side looking for the kill. It is going to get in. Heidi Hedberg will get the score, make it 3-1. So 3-1 early on here. Again, Mayer back to serve. And it's over. Hansch gonna let it go, and it's gonna get in for an ace for Mayer. So an ace that time makes it 4-1. Serve is over, dug up by Hansch. Bosma at the front of the net. Diedrich mistimed her jump badly, but she still gets it over the net. And then the kill attempt there is going to go a little bit long on the attempt from Lattimore, and that is going to make it 4-2 as that one gets out of bounds. And now back to serve for the Blue Jackets is Fangmeyer. And a substitution as Farrah Plocker comes into the game. Looking for the kill, Lattimore, but it's dug up nicely there by the Blue Jackets on the back line. And Plocker will look for the kill, dug up though by Giese. And now it is blocked at the net on the hit from Hedberg. Blue Jackets keep it alive and push it over. Cryel there with the push. Dug up by the Vikings now on the near side. Push back over Bosma there for the dig. And Cryel can't get it cleanly. She hit it with her fingertips, but it almost kind of bent her fingertips, so it looked like may have jammed her finger there. Hopefully she's all right. 5-2 North Branch. Now Heidi Hedberg back to serve. And that one goes into the net. Make it 5-3. And a sub here for Cambridge-Isanti. Brianna Dickey will check into the game for Cryel, and she'll go back to serve. Dickey, one of the seniors on this squad. Her serve is up, and it is over. A diving dig there for Giese. Tapped across, but dug up here by Plocker. And this one gets over the net, hits the net, but it gets over, then pushed back across by Lattimore. On the far side, Bosma with the dig. Bosma will look for the kill. This one going to go in, and a kill for Bosma. Great placement on that hit from Bosma. And that makes it 5-4. And good again. Brianna Dickey to serve. This one's over. Dug up there by Hedberg towards the front of the net and hit across by Schrofer, excuse me. And this one does just get over. Nice job there by Plocker to get that one. Tapped over on the second, and it's down to make it 6-4 North Branch. That time by Jenna Minke. 6-4, and to serve from the far sideline is Amelia Lattimore. Her serve is over, dug up by Hanch. Bosma sets, and Plocker will hit it over. Off a block, still dug up by the Vikings on the slide, and looking for the kill, Schrofer. But that one's going to go too far, out of bounds. That'll make it 6-5. Cambridge-Isanti with the point, and we'll get a sub back into the game. Jade Hayford for Hanch. And also checking in will be Madison Gibson. Gibson will go back to serve. Although, again, my stat sheet, super unofficial. Didn't get anything on the stat sheet. She had a couple of nice serves last week. And this one gets over, dug up by the Vikings, hit over by the freshman Schrofer. Dug up now by the Blue Jackets. On that far side, Brianna Dickey with the hit. Blocked at the net, but dug up on the back line by Giese and hit over by Schrofer. Dug up again there by Fangmeyer. Pushed to the near side, and looking for the kill that time was Hayford, but it's dug up by the Vikings and hit back across by Schrofer. Fangmeyer looks for the kill, but it's hit across by Larkin and into the net. That'll make it 6-all. After that one, it kind of hit into the rafters and then into the net. 6-all on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard here in set number 1. Gibson with the serve. It's over, dug up by Hedberg. Now at the front of the net, blocked by Larkin, and she will get the block to make it 7-6. Mayer almost got it back over, but unable to. And now it's 7-6, Blue Jackets with the lead. Gibson's serve is over. Giese with the dig towards the front of the net and unable to get it off the ricochet. That'll make it 8-6. That was a tough one to try and get the dig there, but it's going to be an ace for Gibson. And the serve. And that one's going to be out. Good awareness there by Giese on that near sideline, letting that one go. It's 8-7. Blue Jackets still with the lead. Get a sub in here for North Branch, and going back to serve is going to be Jenna Minke. Minke's serve is over, dug up there by Gibson. Bosma at the front of the net to Larkin. Larkin looking for the kill, but it's dug up by Hedberg at the front of the net, now looking to get it over, and down for the kill by Schrofer. That'll tie us at 8 apiece on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. Minke's serve is a line drive. It just does get over. Gibson with the dig to Dickey, and then getting it over that time was Hayford. To the back of the line, Hedberg there, and on this near side looking for the kill. That time was Knospel, but it's dug up by the Blue Jackets. Hayford will look for the kill, but dug up by the Vikings at the net, blocked by the Blue Jackets, but eventually it gets down. Larkin was there, and then a diving Hayford could not keep it alive, and it is a kill again for Schrofer. Minky's serve is back up and over. Gibson there to Bosma on the near side. Hayford looks for the kill, but that is well long. And North Branch now has a 2-point lead. Neither team able really to separate from each other by a greater margin than 2 so far. And Minky will serve again. This one's over, dug up by Gibson, front of the line to Bosma. Larkin there, but it's blocked at the net and then hit back over by Bosma. Dug up by Schrofer, and now on the near side, just tapped across, and a great move there by Jay Knospel for the kill. That is a great move. Just realized that there was nobody right behind the front of the line, the blockers there, and just tapped it across. Minky again the serve. Gibson, and that'll be an ace to make it 12-8. An ace there for Jenna Minky. So Minky serve again. She takes something off that one. Hayford there for the dig to Geezy, now back on the North Branch side. And looking for the kill. Blocked at the net by Larkin. So North Branch will have it back. And looking for the kill is Knospel. Dug up, though, by Bosma. Larkin sets up for Bosma on the far side. Off a block, and it's going to get down for Bosma. So Bosma gets the kill that time. And it's 12-9. Checking in for the first time in a while is Diedrich. She had to go through the rotation there, and now back to serve is Addie Larkin. Larkin serve, more of a line drive, dug up by Hedberg, but that pushes it out of bounds, and that'll be an ace there for Larkin. Now with a block and an ace. Larkin was kind of all over. She had a block, an ace in that last game, a kill as well, so kind of did it all, but now this time it goes into the net. And that'll make it 13-10. Vikings on top. Back to serve now is Savannah Schrofer for the Vikings. She readies, and the serve is over. Dug up there by Dickey to Bosma. Emma Diedrich with the kill. She has been waiting on that one. She led the team in kills last Thursday against Princeton, and a big one there. Checking in is Cryel for Dickey, and now back to serve is Bosma. Bosma's serve is up and over. A diving dig there from Schrofer and kept alive on the far side. They will get it across, does Hedberg. Bosma there for the dig. Fangmeyer will get it over. Now Geezy to Hedberg. Into the net. That makes it 13-12. So now a 1-point difference between the two teams. Again, Bosma back to serve. Serve is over from Bosma. Geezy on the back line with the dig. Pushes to the far side. Hedberg. Hedberg looks for the kill, and nobody home for Cambridge-Isanti, and that makes it 14-12. Hedberg there with her second kill of the evening. And back to serve will be Brooke Geezy. Her serve is going to go long to make it 14-13. So 14-13 now. Hansch will check back in for Hayford. And also checking in will be Farrah Plocker for Gibson. And Hansch will go back to serve. Hansch serve is over. Dug up by Geezy to the front of the net. They'll set it up here, and it goes into the net, which will tie us back up at 14 apiece on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard as we get towards the middle of set number 1. Hansch serve up and over. Geezy there again for the dig. They'll push it over, and just a great job there that time. I think that was 15. It was Jenna Minky. Just a heads-up play there, realizing that nobody was there. And that makes it 15-14 Vikings. Serving now, Jocelyn Mayer. And it's over. Oh, and Hansch can't get it cleanly, and that'll be an ace for Meyer. So an ace there for Meyer. She'll look to do that again, the 5'3 senior. And that's another line drive serve. Hansch will get it over. It's blocked at the net, then dug up by Geezy. Hit back across, and that is, again, Minky with the kill to make it 17-14. Still close here in this one as we get through the middle parts of this set, but North Branch with the last couple of points, and they've now separated themselves by 3. This time it is dug up by Hanch off the serve. Diedrich fakes, and then it's hit across, but then blocked at the net by North Branch. Cambridge-Isanti got it back, and then the kill there from Amelia Lattimore makes it 18-14, and that will be a timeout now called by Cambridge-Isanti, and while they take one, we'll take a 30-second break as well.
Need a prescription or medication advice? Wellia Health's community pharmacies in Mora and Pine City are open Monday through Friday from 8:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Our friendly pharmacists are here to answer your questions and to help with prescription transfers. Call us at Pine City 320-322-5141 or Mora 320-679-3999 or visit welliahealth.org.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. Timeout called there by Cambridge-Isanti. North Branch leads now 18-14 in set number 1. Out of the timeout, both teams coming back out onto the court. We'll look to get an update from over there in Mora as they host Moose Lake Willow River. Mora got the victory in set 1, 25-18. Mora leads 1-0. Meanwhile, here in this one, it is going to be Cambridge-Isanti's point because North Branch did tip it. So North Branch did get a finger on it. And I'm not real sure who got the kill there. I think it was Plocker who got her first kill of the evening to make it 18-15. This serve is over, dug up by Giese, and Lattimore looking for the kill. Blocked at the net by Larkin. Larkin will get the block to make it 18-16. And again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Sometimes a timeout isn't so much to take the other team or get your team back into rhythm, but to take the other team out of theirs. Seemed to be the case both ways there. This is over and back now. Cambridge-Isanti has it, and hit there by Cryell, but still got it across. North Branch is going to be able to get it, but on that third hit, could not get enough mustard on it. Great hustle play there, though, by Mayer to try and go and get that one. Now 18-17. And the serve here from Fangmeyer. It's over, dug up by Schrofer at the net on the far side. Hit by Hedberg, dug up by Fangmeyer, back across by Plocker. On the far side, Hedberg will look for the kill again. Bosma is there on the far side, and now pushed across by Hanch. With the set was Cryell towards the front of the net. Lattimore looks for the kill, and off the block she will get it. Amelia Lattimore with the kill. Make it 19-17, and then that quick run there from the Blue Jackets. Back to serve, Heidi Hedberg. Serve is over, dug up by Hanch. Bosma sets on the far side. Cryell looks for the kill. Dug up there by Mayer, but it's going to push it back, and that'll make it 19-18. Kill there for Cryell, her first of the night. And Brianna Dickey will go back to serve now as she checks in for Cryell. Serve is over. Dug up there by Schrofer and hit over by Lattimore. Bosma is there. Coming in is Fangmeyer, hitting it over is Plocker. Dug up by Mayer. And on the far side, that is Schrofer with the kill to make it 20-18. Schrofer with 3 kills. That's tied for the team lead with Minke and Lattimore. And back to serve will be Amelia Lattimore. Her serve over, dug up by Fangmeyer, and looking for the kill, Larkin, but it's blocked and then dug up by North Branch. On the far side, Schrofer looks for the kill, off a block, dug up by Hanch on the back line. Bosma sets for Plocker. Plocker looking for the kill, pushed back over on the dig by Lattimore, and then dug up by Cambridge-Isanti. And then what a play by Bosma, just realizing, hey, on this set, I'm just going to get it back over. Smart play there by Bosma, her third kill of the evening. And Hanch out. Checking back in is Hayfert. Also in is Gibson for Plocker. So Madison Gibson with the serve. It's up and it is over. A lob shot over. Dug up by Giese. Now Schofer will look for the kill off a block. Diving dig there from the Blue Jackets, and Hayford unable to get it over on the third hit. That'll make it 21-19. Cambridge-Isanti has, as of late, only been able to get within one of that North Branch lead, and then North Branch is able to get a point back. So now it's 21-19 late in set number one. Jenna Minke with the serve. It's over and dug up there by Gibson. Bosmo will set on this near side for Hayford. It's pushed back over for Giese now on the dig. Pushing it over for Schrofer. Schrofer off the net and a block, and then dug up by North Branch, and they'll keep it alive after Minke gets it across, and then hitting it over, and nobody in the back there for North Branch to make it 21-20. Couldn't quite see who got that one for Cambridge-Isanti. Might have been Gibson or Larkin. So it's 21-20. The serve from Larkin is over, dug up by Hedberg. And right on this near side, a hit across there from Knospel, and Hedberg cannot. That one went kind of on this near sideline by the referee on the ladder, and unfortunately Hedberg did all she could to try and get that one back into play. Just unfortunately she could not get it back there, so it'll make it 22-20. Back to serve Savannah Schrofer, and the serve is over. Dug up by Gibson off the net. Bosma was there, but teammate just couldn't quite set up in the right position to get it off the deflection. That'll make it 23-20, and with that we will get a timeout again by Cambridge-Isanti, and while they take one, we'll take one as well here on 106.5 FM AM 1350 WCMP.
Here's the pitch.
Here's the pitch in North Branch, the area's premier indoor batting cages and training facility. Coaches, when you need space that's air-conditioned or heating with enough room to get in some team training, book Here's the Pitch. Fixing swings, catchers using the state-of-the-art machines, breaking in bats, whatever the team needs to dominate next season. Let Here's the Pitch elevate their game. Here's the Pitch in the North Branch Outlet Mall.
Back on WCMP, 23-20, North Branch with the lead late here. Well, Cambridge-Isanti has kept it really close. Just a couple mistakes here late in this first set has not allowed them to kind of get over that hump. And by the hump, I mean that 1 point. They've got it as close as 1 point, but then after that 1 point, they have not been able to get past that. North Branch has done a good job of holding on to that 1 point lead, now up to a 3-point lead. As Savannah Schofer will get set to serve for North Branch as they look to close out set number one. The serve is over. Dug up by Gibson off the back line. Bosma with the set and pushed back over. Nice job there by Fangmeyer. Hitting it over, and Dickey there for the dig. On the near side, Hayford off the tip. That was definitely tipped at the line there, yeah. So Hayford will get it after the tip. Hayford will get the kill, 23-21 now the score. Bosma will go back to serve. Checking in for Dickey now is Creel. Or Creel, I've heard it both ways, unfortunately. Hedberg there with the dig, and then blocked at the net by Kaylin Creel. 23-22. And again, Cambridge-Isanti has gotten this close, but has not been able to close the gap. We'll get a timeout here by North Branch. And while they take one, we'll take one as well.
Traditions are passed down, and we learn what is important. The value of $1, the importance of family, the ability to do a job yourself. Central Boiler designed the Classic Edge with these same values in mind. The Classic Edge Outdoor Wood Furnace from Central Boiler. A perfect combination of value and performance.
Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on WCMP. Quick timeout by both squads. They didn't even take, about 30 seconds out of that timeout. They want to get back out on the court. 23-22 is the score. Cambridge-Isanti trails by 1. North Branch trying to finish off set number 1, but Cambridge-Isanti trying to make the comeback here. Serve here by Bosma. It's over. Dug up by Giese on the back line. Setting it up at the front of the net. And the kill that time there for Sophia Thorson with her first of the evening to make it 24-22, set point North Branch. Giese will be back to serve for the Vikings. Trying to finish off the first set. Giese readies, and the serve. It's up and it is over. Dug up by Fangmeyer. Bosma sets. Oh, Emma Diedrich mistimed it completely, and that is how set number 1 will end. It belongs to the Vikings, 25-22. The Vikings get this victory in set number 1, so they get the dash underneath their name as the set victory. And we will take a commercial break to hear word from our fine sponsors. When we come back, we'll be ready for set number 2. But now it is time for a Holmes Auto Body and Glass set break. Holmes Auto Body and Glass in Mora has 44, believe it or not, 44 plus years of experience. It's time for our Holmes Auto Body and Glass set break here, WCMP.
Now, it's time for the Q Media Sports Set Break. Brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. More local high school sports action is on the way.
Guy Fieri's Flavor Town is now available at your Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. You know, Guy Fieri of Food Network fame is rolling out some of his favorites like the mac and cheese burger, sweet heat chicken and waffle, jalapeno potato nuggets, and candy chaos cookies. And you can only get these at your local Freeway Holiday Station store. Flavor Town is rolling out now. Guy Fieri's new Flavor Town at the Freeway Holiday Station store in Pine City. 'Cause you gotta stop somewhere.
Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch invite you to check out their 2 full lots of quality used vehicles. They've got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics in North Branch are going to put you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit rushcityauto.com to view up-to-date inventory. Rush City Auto and Standard Auto and Classics. Quality used vehicles, rushcityauto.com.
Rush City Auto has 2 locations. Rush City and North Branch is not the same name here in North Branch. It's Standard Auto and Classics here in North Branch. So on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, we reset for the second. North Branch winning the first, 25-22 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. They have 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. Plus, they have custom light force braces or Invisalign clear aligners, and their board-certified orthodontists are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. So as we get ready for the second set, we have 3 different players tied for the game lead in kills. That's Schrofer, Amelia Lattimore, and Jenna Minke, along with Emma Bosma for Cambridge-Isanti. So 4 different players, tied for the game lead. Meanwhile, we'll have a new player check in for the Blue Jackets. It's going to be Nora Wilmert who will check in. Last Thursday, she got a standing ovation from her hometown student section when she was out there. So she's out here in set number 2. I think she came in set 3 and served. We also have Ella Mackey into the game for Cambridge-Isanti, but back serving is Bosma. Emma Bosma will serve for the Blue Jackets to start set number 2. This one is over, dug up by Schrofer, and on the far side, Hedberg will look for the kill, but she hits it into the net. So first point belongs to the Blue Jackets. Looks like Halloween theme for the Blue Jackets student section. Serve is over by Bosma towards the front of the net and tapped over by Lattimore. And Lattimore will get the kill to tie us at 1 apiece. So Lattimore takes over with the team and game lead at 4 kills now. And checking in for North Branch and going back to serve will be Jocelyn Mayer. Has 2 aces on the evening. And her serve is over on the far side, dug up by Cambridge-Isanti, but he gets to the front of the net. It was Mackey there. Give her another ace on the evening. Her third. 2-1. And And another line drive. This one goes off the net. Fangmeyer, though, there. And now hit over by Wilmert. Dug up by Giese on the back line. They'll set it up for Lattimore over the blockers. Then dug up on the back line by Gibson. And Emma Diedrich does get it over. But North Branch will hit it back across, and it's going to be too long. And that'll tie us up at 2 apiece. Looks like we will get a couple substitutions here for Cambridge-Isanti. And back to serve is number 11. That's Nora Gustafson checking in for the first time. Amelia Lattimore looks for the kill. Blocked at the net. Nice job there by Plocker. And then hit over. Bosma there with a sliding dig. Hit back over by Wilmer. Giese now there. Pushing it for Lattimore. Just again, a diving dig this time by, that was Gustafson. And North Branch not able to get it over. It's going to be 3-2 Cambridge-Isanti. So Nora Gustafson will go back to serve for Cambridge-Isanti. Gustafson, a junior for the squad. And setting it up, Amelia Lattimore looks for the kill, but it does go long. And that makes it 4-2 Blue Jackets. Blue Jackets in their white away jerseys. The triple stripe on the sleeve and the side of the jersey. 2 blue stripes with the middle red. Blue letters and numbers outlined in that red. Cambridge-Isanti brought back the red this year, and everybody's happy about that. Hedberg with the kill on that back line. Beautiful job by Hedberg just to find the spot to get that one. Perfect placement as well for Hedberg. And speaking of, she will go back to serve. North Branch in their red jerseys, the 3 sleeve stripes, 2 black, middle white, the white letters and numbers outlined in the black. Serve is over, dug up there by Fangmeyer on the far side. Wilmert will look for the kill, and that is just great placement by Wilmert for the kill, her first kill of the evening. So Nora Wilmert getting in on the action, the junior. And now Fangmeyer will go back to serve for the Blue Jackets. She's wearing the blue libero jersey. The 2 red stripes, middle white. It's going to be an ace for Fangmeyer to make it 6-3. Blue libero jersey again, the 2 red stripes, middle white on the sleeve and side of the jersey. White letters and numbers outlined in that red. Serve is over. Dug up there by Schrofer on the far side looking, and it's blocked at the net by Wilmert. So she makes it 7-3. Fangmeyer will get ready to serve. And it's up and it is in. It's an ace for Fangmeyer. 8-3 now. That's the second ace for Fangmeyer in this serve sequence for her. I didn't know what to call that, so I went with the sequence. It felt right. Oh, no, and now we got an injured Cambridge-Isanti player. That's Addie Larkin, who favoring either an ankle or knee. Aw, man. Well, she is helped off, and that is super unfortunate. We just hope and pray that she is all right. Will be a timeout for Cambridge-Isanti. We're going to make sure that she's all right. So it'll be a timeout. It will be a team timeout, so they will have to take one of their 2. They will get the normal minute on this timeout, and we just hope and pray that Eddie Larkin is all right. So the timeout called there, it was unfortunately Cambridge-Isanti was on a roll there, and then not quite sure what happened. It looks like maybe an ankle or a foot. Looks like they'll go and get it taped up for her. Might have rolled that ankle a little bit. Not going to speculate as to what, but they will tape it up for her and try and get her back into the game. So timeout is over. Cambridge-Isanti and North Branch will head back out onto the court. Blue Jackets lead 8-3. And again, Larkin out, favoring that ankle. She will get it taped up. Into the game now is Haley Weiss for Cambridge-Isanti, a junior for the team, as Fangmeyer will serve. Both backliners going after it, and then Schrofer will hit it across, dug up on the dive for Cambridge-Isanti, hit across by Plocker. Off the block and dug up by North Branch, and Schrofer will look for the kill, and she'll get it through the block. She ties for the team lead at 4 kills, make it 8-4. Cambridge-Isanti still with the lead, and back to serve will be Amelia Lattimore. Lattimore's serve is over. Dug up there by Gustafson, and it's going to be Wilmer who tries to get it over but hits the antenna on the net. And that will make it 8-5. Serve is long. Great awareness there by Gustafson. She waited to the last moment to let that one go, and good thing she did. Checking in will be Brianna Dickey. She'll go in and go back to serve for Cambridge-Isanti. She checks in for Wilmert. Dickey the serve. It's up and over. Schrofer there with the dig. And she'll look for the hit back over. And off a tip at the net, yes. And Schrofer will get now the team lead with 5 kills to make it 9-6. Jenna Minke will check back in for North Branch for Mayer. And the serve is over. Fangmeyer on the back line with the dig to Plocker, and now Gustafson gets it back across. Giese lines it up for the dig, and they'll set it up for the... It goes long on the hit. That makes it 10-6. It's worth repeating because I've said it before, but man, I would not want to be a ref trying to decide if that's in or out on those lines. Checking back in for Cambridge-Isanti, Ella Mackey and Gibson. Madison Gibson will go back to serve now. 10-6 is the Cambridge-Isanti lead. Gibson serve is over. Dug up on the back line. Schrofer set at the front of the net, and Schrofer will look for the kill. Diving dig, though, by Cambridge-Isanti, and getting it back across is Mackey. Schrofer with the dig. Minke sets, and this hit is long to make it 11-6. Couldn't quite tell who hit it long. I think it may have been Knospel. And I think she's been long a couple times here tonight. She's got the power, just got to reel it in a little bit on the accuracy. And Gibson with the serve. It's over. Hedberg at the back of the net, and then push across on the set. Dug up on the dive by Brianna Dickey, then hit across. Giese there, setting it up on the far side for Schrofer, and it is out on that far sideline to make it 12-6. Cambridge-Isanti. Gibson serving again. This one comes up short. Hedberg did get it, but it's going to be an ace this time for Gibson. So 13-6. And Madison Gibson will again go for a serve. This one is in. Another ace for Gibson. 14-6. Gibson with her second ace in a row. Just a little bit of a mistake there by North Branch. Checking in for the first time here tonight is junior Ava Schrofer. And Ava Schrofer will move to the back line. And Gibson readying another serve. This one, she's going to come up short on it, but it's dug up nicely there by North Branch. Schrofer, the other Schrofer, the freshman Schrofer, will get it over. And oh my goodness, diving plays, but it will be Cambridge-Isanti's point, and they cut it in half, 14-7. Kill there from Savannah Schrofer. Back to serve now is the Schrofer we talked about. Ava Schrofer was in. She checks back out. Savannah Schrofer will be back to serve. Serve is over. Dug up by Fangmeyer. Bosma at the front of the net, setting it up and looking for the kill. Getting the kill is Ella Minke. Or Ella Mackey, excuse me. Mackey there with the kill. 15-7, Cambridge-Isanti. Checking back in is Emma Diedrich. And also back in, and great to see that she's back in, Addie Larkin. She got that ankle taped up, and she's back in and ready to go. That's what matters, and the fact that she is okay enough to come back in. So Larkin will serve. It's up. And a line drive serve dug up by Giese. And on the far side, Hedberg will look for the kill. Dug up there by Mackey on the far side, and now pushed over by Larkin. Dug up by Hedberg on the far side. Minke sets, and it's hit across, but there for the dig is Larkin. Bosma sets. Gibson looks for the kill. Off a block. Kept alive at the front of the net by Thorson. And hit over by Hedberg, but it's out of bounds. To make it 16-7, and Hedberg kind of had the facial expression of, man. Well, they're going to change the call instead. They say it was tipped by Cambridge-Isanti. I'm not so sure about that. Colin Dickey agrees. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. We're going to get a conversation now between the referees. And they might, let's see what happens after this conversation. Referee on this far side said it was tipped. On the near side, it was the original call was out. We'll get a conversation now between the refs in the blue. They might, looks like they're going to stick with the call. Interesting. Well, Giese will serve for North Branch. Is on the back line and dug up there by Gibson. Bosma, and hit back over. A double hit there by North Branch, so that'll make it 15-9. That's kind of similar to what happened last Thursday in the third set for Cambridge-Isanti, is they got a controversial call like that where it was certainly a dig by Cambridge-Isanti, by Cambridge-Isanti, and it didn't go their way, and then all momentum shifted to Princeton, and that was kind of a similar call. Again, I'm not on the far side, so what can I say? 16-9, and back to serve is Bosma. Checking in again is Nora Wilmert. She'll check in for Brianna Dickey. Wilmert will go to the front line, and again, Bosma is set to serve. It is over. Schrofer with a late dig. It's going to be an ace there for Bosma. Make it 17-9. Bosma serve over. Dug up by Schrofer. Front of the net, and Lattimore will look for the kill. It is out. They're going to say it's out. That one was close, but they say it's out on this near sideline. Interesting. For at first glance, it didn't look like it. Hedberg, meanwhile, will hit it across, and that's going to be in. So Hedberg will get the kill. Hedberg with her fourth after that one. 18-10 is our score. Subbing in is Jocelyn Mayer, and she'll go back to serve. She came in for Jade Knospel. Serve is over, dug up by Fangmeyer. Bosma sets for Emma Diedrich, and Diedrich with the kill. Emma Diedrich, believe it or not, that's only her second kill on the evening. Again, she led the team on Thursday, but they're getting a little bit more of a rotation here today for Cambridge-Isanti. Speaking of, Nora Gustafson will check in and come back to serve, as does Plocker, Gibson, and I believe it was Mackey check out. Gustafson serve is over. Schrofer there for the dig. Minky sets, and that is going to go long on the hit, and that'll make it 20-10, Cambridge-Isanti. Gustafson will ready again her serve. It's over. Giese there. It's back across the net. Bosma, Fangmeyer sets for Wilmert, and through the block, Wilmert gets the kill. And a raucous cheer as Wilmert gets the kill. Battle of 95, if you will, or battle on 95, if you will. Well, not quite. I suppose North Branch's high school is not on 95, but close enough. Meanwhile, the serve is over, dug up by North Branch, and Hedberg hits it into the net, and she's pretty upset with herself there on that one. As she hit it, she was already shaking her head as if she knew. It's unfortunate there for Hedberg. Checking in will be Rachel Halseth. She'll check in, a freshman for North Branch. Serve is over from Gustafson. Giese is there. Minky, Lattimore, dug up again off the block by Minky on the far side. It's Halseth, dug up by Bosma. Diedrich will push it back over, but there is Mayer looking for the kill this time, and getting it, I believe, is Lattimore. 22-11. Lattimore now has 5 on the evening. And back to serve will be Rachel Halseth. Halseth played a good chunk of time on the JV game, and now she'll come in and serve. It's over. Dug up by Gustafson. And on the far side, Wilmert will look for the kill. Diving dig by Halseth, but Wilmert's going to get another kill. And that'll make it 23-11. Fangmeyer will now go back to serve. Diedrich out in checks Larkin. And Fangmeyer's serve is over. Schrofer there at the front of the net. Blocked by Larkin. North Branch still has it. Schrofer dug up on the back line by Cambridge-Isanti. And now Plocker will look for the kill. Giese there for the dig. Minke sets to Schrofer. Off the net. Dug up by Bosma. To Fangmeyer. Wilmert looks for the kill. And that is in. Another kill for Wilmert. Make it 24-11 and set point for Cambridge-Isanti. Well, this is kind of the set they had last week against Princeton in the third before, again, just momentum shifted. And now Fangmeyer will look to finish it off, but there is Mayer, and they'll put it over on the second set. Nice job by Larkin. And now Minke will look for the kill, dug up by Bosma. Fangmeyer sets. It's going to be Plocker looking for the kill. Giese into the bleachers, and Plocker will finish it off with a kill, her second of the night, and set 2 belongs to the Blue Jackets, 25-11. So that will do it for the second set, and we will take a commercial break and be right back after word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
The Classic Edge HDX from Center Boiler is the outdoor wood furnace for you. This furnace can heat anything, your house, shop, greenhouse, even a pool, all with one Classic Edge HDX. The Firestar combustion control takes all the worry and guesswork out of wood heating. It automatically controls combustion for highest efficiency with any kind of firewood, and you can remotely monitor the furnace from anywhere.
Northland Boiler Sales, your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit Kettle River Pizza fundraising on Facebook to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today. That's great tasting pizza.
Now, it's time for the Q Media Sports Set Break. Brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. More local high school sports action is on the way.
Need reliable energy? Burnett Dairy Cooperative has you covered with top quality propane services. Whether you're heating your home, running your business, or firing up the grill, our propane is safe, efficient, and always dependable. Choose Burnett Dairy Cooperative Propane, your trusted partner for all things energy. Stay warm, stay powered, stay local.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Back here, that was a Hones Auto Body and Glass set break. Hones Auto Body and Glass is ICAR and ASE certified in Mora. They are recommended by insurance companies. Had an accident? Let Hones Auto Body and Glass fix you up. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, we are tied at 1 set apiece. You can see the dash underneath each of these teams' names. And it is set number 3. Meanwhile, over in Mora, Mora won the second set over Moose Lake Willow River 25-12. So Mora in control pretty handedly over there, over the Rebels. As we get ready for set number 3, looks like we'll have a new young lady check in for North Branch. Victoria Thurmer will check in. The 5'3 junior is back and ready to serve for the Vikings. Looks to be the only new player in, but yeah, pretty cool. She's checking in for the first time here tonight. Again, Victoria Thurmer, where number 8 will serve. It's over. It's dug up by Cambridge-Isanti, Bosma, and then Diedrich, and it hit the net, they will say. So The first point goes to North Branch. So it was not blocked on the Diedrich hit. It hit the net, and it'll be the first point for North Branch. And Thermer will serve again. It's up and over. Fangmeyer there. And Bosma, and then Diedrich will get it back up and over, but it's out of bounds. And Cambridge-Isanti starts with a 2-0 lead. North Branch does. So Thermer again will serve for North Branch. It's up and it is over on the back line, dug up by Gibson. Bosma races after it to set, and Diedrich will hit it back across. Dug up there by Thermer. Was out, but she did a good job just to get that one over. Dug up now by Fangmeyer. Bosma races after it, and nobody got to it. Fangmeyer and Gibson were kind of wondering, hey, who's going to get this one? And neither of them did. Back and still serving is Thermer. 3-0 lead for North Branch. Serve is over, dug up by Gibson. Bosma has to get that one. Nice job, and then Fangmeyer hits it back over, but it's out of bounds again, and now it's a 4-0 start for North Branch. And Thermer remains serving. Thermer's serve is over. Fangmeyer there for the dig. Bosma will set, and coming in, Wilmert mistimed it completely, and it's 5-0 North Branch. We'll probably see maybe one or two more, and then we'll get a timeout from Colin Dickey, the Blue Jackets head coach. Thermer with the serve, dug up by Gibson. Bosma and Diedrich, completely mishit that one. She hit it into the net, and we will get a timeout here for Cambridge-Isanti. North Branch up 6-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. A strong start to the third set. Quick timeout, back after 30 seconds.
Pine Technical and Community College is turning 60. Are you an alumni or friend of the college? Join us for an all-class reunion and the grand opening of our brand new Tech and Trades Labs, Friday, October 10th. Reconnect with classmates, explore state-of-the-art learning spaces, and celebrate 6 decades of changing lives in our community. Mark your calendar, Thursday, October 10th in PTCC's brand new Automotive Lab. Details and RSVP at pine.edu/60 years. See you there.
Back here on WCMP, a timeout by Cambridge-Isanti. And it's 6-0, a pretty strong start for North Branch, but if we're being honest, it's kind of just due to the mistakes from the Blue Jackets. It's been all mistakes so far that have given North Branch the 6-0 lead. So we'll see if the Blue Jackets can't turn things around and quickly, but North Branch with a commanding 6-0 lead. Thermer will serve again. Fangmeyer there. Bosma will set, and Wilmert this time get a good timing on that one, and Wilmert will end the run and make it 6-1. A strong run for Cambridge-Isanti in that second set. To start the third set, it's all North Branch. And get a couple substitutions here, as Gustafson will check into the game, as will Plocker. Looks like Gustafson will go back to serve. They check in for Gibson and Mackey. Again, Gustafson will be back to serve for Cambridge-Isanti. Gustafson's serve is over, dug up by 2 North Branch players, and then hit back across by Zach Knospel. It was, but it goes a little bit long. Knospel, man, is so strong with that hit. But if she dials in that accuracy, good luck. And to be fair, she hasn't had a lot of hits here tonight, so can't blame her too much. Now, Amelia Lattimore will look for the kill. Wow, what a play there by Cambridge-Isanti. Wilmer will get it back over, and then unable to play it is Schrofer, and it's going to be a kill there for Wilmert. So 6-3. Cambridge-Isanti. Isanti cuts the lead in half. The serve is over. Dug up by Knospel, and they'll set up on the near side here. For that's 28, Josie Hubling, who gets it hit across, but then pushed back across by Fangmeyer. And setting it up for Lattimore. Diving dig. It's back across the net. Back across on the block from North Branch. Bosma will set. Wilmert looks for the kill. And it's through a block, and Wilmert with another kill. 6-4. Gustafson still back serving. And it's over. Dug up by Schrofer. On the far side, Knospel looks for the kill. Fangmeyer there. Oh, and a miscommunication there. I don't know if Bosma saw it, but it's going to get down on the Blue Jacket side, make it 7-4. And quick word of advice from head coach Mike Selbishka. And in for Hubling is Jocelyn Mayer, and she is back to serve. It is up, and it is into the net. So the point will go back to Cambridge-Isanti, and it's 7-5. Fangmeyer will go back to serve. Diedrich out, and I think in is Larkin. I believe that's who checked in, and Fangmeyer with the serve. It's going to go long, so back to back to back. We go. It was North Branch and Cambridge, then North Branch. And now North Branch has another chance at it. Jade Knospel will be back to serve. 8-5 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Knospel's serve is over, dug up there by Gustafson. And Bosma sets. Wilmert will look for the kill. Dug up and racing after it was Knospel, diving at it, but unable to get it up enough for her teammate Giese to get there and try and get it over on the third hit. Great effort play, though, by Knospel. Just flew through the air to try and get that one. 8-6 now our score, and it's going to be Brianna Dickey to serve. It's over, dug up by Knospel. Lattimore will look and just tap it right over. Smart play there by Lattimore for the kill to make it 9-6. And back to serve will be Lattimore. So Amelia Lattimore goes back to serve, only a sophomore. Serve is over, dug up by Gustafson, and Larkin will hit it back over. Dug up by Mayer on the far side. Schrofer looking for the kill. Blocked at the net. It gets down. Was it Bosma and Larkin with the block? Bosma and Larkin were there. Each got half of it. Gustafson out. In came Mackey. Out is Plocker, and in comes Gibson, and Gibson will serve. Serve is over, dug up by Knospel to the front of the net. And on the far side, long on the hit from, no, we're going to get it on a tip from Cambridge-Isanti. So it was tipped, and that's what sent it long. Make it 10-7, and it will be Jenna Minke back to serve. Serve is over. Dug up by Fangmeyer. Bosma sets, and Mackey will look for the kill, but Giese's there on the back line. Minke will set for Schrofer on the far side. That's going to get down. Another kill there for Savannah Schrofer. That's her 7th kill of the night. Jenna Minke will ready another serve, 11-7. It's over, dug up by Gibson. Bosma sets, and Larkin will tap it over and out. It was, they're going to say tipped, but now we're going to have a conversation. So this could change. They said it was tipped on that far side by North Branch, but now we're going to have a conversation to see if it was or wasn't. So a conversation between all four of the referees here. The line judges, or the back line judges, if you will, and then the two at the net. So, yes, so they come to a consensus, and it was tipped. So that will make it 11-8, Blue Jackets point. And Addie Larkin will serve. Left-handed serve is over. Giese there with the set. And on the far side, Schrofer looks for the kill. Blocked at the net. Larkin digs. Bosma sets. And Mackey will look for the kill. Off the block. And Ella Mackey with the kill for Cambridge-Isanti to make it 11-9. Larkin will go back and continue to serve here for the Blue Jackets. It's going to go over. Giese on the back line gets the dig. Setting it up for Schrofer again, but does it hit the net or is it blocked? I think it was blocked by Diedrich. 11-10 now our score. Cambridge-Isanti trying to tie it up. Larkin with the serve and Giese with the late dig. That one was going to wind up coming in bounds, and the block again. Are you going to say 4 hits? So no block. It was 4 hits by North Branch. It did not get blocked. It hit the net, and we're tied at 11. And with that, we'll get a timeout here by North Branch, and while they take one, we'll take one as well. Back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Stop relying on unstable energy prices and switch to self-sufficiency with the Classic Edge HDX outdoor wood furnace from Central Boiler. Heat your home, outbuildings, and provide endless hot water, all while utilizing your backyard source for renewable energy. The Classic Edge uses up to 60% less wood, which means less waste and less work. Be more comfortable for less money with the Classic Edge HDX.
Northland Boiler Sales. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350. We're tied at 11 here in the third set between the Vikings of North Branch and the Cambridge-Isanti Blue Jackets. It was a 6-0 run to begin the third for North Branch, but Cambridge-Isanti has gone on an 11-5 turn themselves and have tied it up. Meanwhile, Mora gets the clean sweep over Moose Lake Willow River there in Mora. They win 25-18, 25-12, and 25-17. And win it 3-0. Meanwhile, here in this one, the serve is over and dug up on the back line by Knopsel. They'll set it up for Schrofer on that far side. Through the block, and she gets the kill. Savannah Schrofer, the freshman, leading this North Branch team in kills here tonight. That her 8th. And she will go back to serve. It's over, dug up there by Dickey on this near sideline. Bosma sets, and great hit there by Ella Mackey. Perfectly placed at back corner pocket on the far side for the kill. We're tied at 12. Wilmert will check in for Dickey. And Bosma will serve. It's over, dug up by Giese on the back line. They'll set up for Knospel. Knospel through the block, and Wilmert could not get it. A diving dig by Bosma. Wilmert just unable to extend it and get it over the net. So it's a 13-12 lead now for North Branch. Victoria Thurmer will check back into the game. And Thurmer's serve is over. Dug up by Fangmeyer. Bosma sets, and Wilmert will get the kill through the block, and Wilmert will get another one. Wilmert has done a phenomenal job here tonight for Cambridge-Isanti. And now Mackey will check out. In comes Gustafson. And I believe it will be Gibson who will be the next one to check out. And then in comes Plocker. And Gustafson will go back to serve. We're tied at 13 apiece. Gustafson with the serve. It is over, dug up by Schrofer on the back line. And Canas will look for the kill. Blocked at the net by Wilmert. Another one for Wilmert. And the Jackets take their first lead of the third, 14-13. Gustafson, another serve. This one's going to go long. And North Branch didn't have to do much there. Just watch that one go, and it's 14 all once again. We're tied. Looks like North Branch will get their sub in, and looks like it will be Jocelyn Mayer, who will go back to serve. She comes in for Josie Hubling, the 5'11 sophomore. Mayer with the serve, and it's over on that far sideline. Yes, so serve error there by Mayer. And we'll make it 15-14. Cambridge-Isanti back to serve for the Blue Jackets is Fangmeyer, dug up by Knospel, and they'll set it up for Amelia Lattimore. Bosma there for the dig. Set by Fangmeyer, pushed across by Wilmert. Giese sets up on the back line. Lattimore again, and Lattimore with the kill to tie it up at 15. Amelia Lattimore with the kill. Tied at 15 apiece, and Jade Knospel will go back to serve. Knoxville, a 5'9" senior for the Vikings. And the serve is over. Fangmeyer there with the dig. Bosma sets. And Wilmer just did get enough of it to get it over. And that'll make it 16-15. Looks like Wilmer will check out. In comes Brianna Dickey. Looks like that's the only change. And Dickey will go back to serve. Dickey's serve is up and over. Late dig there by Knoxville. It's going to be an ace for Brianna Dickey, her first of the evening, and that is the largest lead in this third for Cambridge-Isanti. 2 points, 17-15. This one is, not Knoxville. Maybe she could have let that one go, but does the aggressive move, gets it back over, and now Larkin will look for the kill, but dug up by Giese off the block. They'll set it up on the far side for Schrofer. Dug up on the back line by Fangmeyer. Now looking for the kill. Plocker. Giese there, though. Menke will set for Schrofer again. This one going to go long. 18-15. Great hustle plays there by North Branch, but Cambridge-Isanti benefits off a long hit. Brianna Dickey's serve is over. Giese, another dig here tonight. She'll set it up for Lattimore. Lattimore just, you can't do much better than what she just did there. That was the perfect thing to do. Just knew she didn't need a big swing. She just needed a light tap across. And she did so with perfect placement, and she will go back to serve. That, again, is Amelia Lattimore. And it's over. Dug up by Gustafson. Bosma and Larkin will tap it over. Dug up by Menke. And now Schrofer looks for the kill. Blocked at the net. It gets through the block, and Larkin so upset, but nice job there for Schrofer, getting her 9th kill of the night, trying to get to double digits. 18-17. Lattimore trying to tie things up here for North Branch. This serve is over. Fangmeyer on the back line. Bosma sets it up. And on the far side, Plocker looks for the kill. Knospel racing after it is Menke, and Knospel will look to hit it across. Just a little bit of missed time there. Tough angle for her, too, because that one was coming in from the back line, kind of moving forward, and you have to run up on it, but you don't want to run up on it too much to send it long, and didn't want to run up on it too short. That was just a tough one there for Knospel. Can't really blame her too much on that one. Gibson will check into the game for Cambridge-Isanti, as did, I believe, it's Mackey. And Gibson will be back to serve. Serve here from Gibson. It is over. Dug up by Giese on this near sideline. Menke sets, and Schrofer will look for the kill, but it is long to make it 20-17. Cambridge-Isanti. So it's 20-17. Gibson with the serve. It's over. Diving dig by Knospel. And at the front of the net, a diving dig now from Brianna Dickey. Bosma sets to keep it in play. Fangmeyer back across. Knospel with the dig on the back of the line. Menke sets. Schrofer looks for the kill. Fangmeyer with the dig there on the back line. Bosma sets. Mackey will look for the kill. Another dig there for Schrofer at the net. Mackey there. Kept alive by North Branch, and they'll get it back across. Gibson with the dig. And Mackey will push it back over. Dug up here by Mayer. They'll set it up. And a kill that time for Sophia Thorson. And as Gibson was going for it, she almost knew she missed it, and she was like, oh my goodness. Great kill there for Thorson. And now back to serve will be Jenna Menke. 20-18. Blue Jackets still lead. And the serve is over. Gibson with the dig. Larkin sets and hit over by Fangmeyer. Knospel to Menke. Oh no, Thorson mistimed it on that one. That makes it 21-18. Thorson was about ready to destroy that ball, but just mistimed it a little bit. And now back to serve is Addie Larkin for Cambridge-Isanti. Her serve is over. Giese with the dig. That's back over the net. Oh my goodness, and Mackey and Diedrich get stuck looking at each other, wondering who's going to get it. It falls right in between them both for a point for North Branch, 21-19. Speaking of 19, Savannah Schrofer back to serve. And her serve is over, dug up by Dickey. It's near the rafters, but then set by Bosma. And Mackey will look for the kill. It goes long to make it 21-20. And now North Branch trying to tie it up at 21 apiece. That was close for Mackey, but just a little too strong. And here's the serve from Schrofer. Dug up by Mackey. Bosma. And Mackey will hit it back over. Schrofer on the back line. Minky sets on the far side. Knospel. And that is in on that far sideline. That'll tie us up at 21. Jade Knospel with the most recent kill. And that'll be cause for a timeout from Cambridge-Isanti. And we'll be back after 30 seconds here on WCMP.
Are you tired of spending your weekends on yard work? Central Outdoor Services in Pine City is your complete solution for all things outdoors. From perfectly manicured lawns to stunning landscaping and patio installations, we've got you covered. Need a boulder wall, some light dirt work, a fire pit, or even reliable snow removal in the winter? We do that too. Central Outdoor Services is here to give you back your free time so you can enjoy your yard instead of working on it. Visit centraloutdoormn.com to learn more or give us a call today.
Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP.
Breaks another at the 30, and he's loose!
Your favorite hometown team with your favorite players.
Caught by Jefferson!
Don't miss the hits, the action.
Touchdown Vikings!
Catch the excitement all season long.
And he caught it!
Minnesota Vikings football is on Cool Country 100.9 WCMP.
Well, right now over on 100.9 FM is the Minnesota Twins down in Texas against the Rangers. Bottom of the fourth there. Twins lead 2-1. Probably won't last long, though. Now in our game, Savannah Schrofer readying the serve. It's 21-all here in our game. Serve is over, dug up by the Blue Jackets. Hit back cross, dug up on the dive from Schrofer. Knospel will look for the kill. Fangmeyer on the back line, and Dickey trying to do something with it. Could not. And it's 22-21. North Branch retakes the lead. Schrofer will serve. It's over. Dug up by Brianna Dickey. Bosma puts it back into play. Bosma, puts it back into play. Dickey will get it back across. Giese with the dig. Front of the net for Minky. And then the kill there from Thorson. Makes it 23-21. Now we got to the captains from both sides getting a word from the referee. Not quite sure what was said, but they relay the message, and Schrofer will serve. Now Cambridge-Isanti trying to get back into this one. Diederich will just tap across. Diving dig from Giese. She keeps up. And now the kill attempt from Hubling is dug up by Fangmeyer, pushed over by Mackey, and it's going to get down. So Mackey gets it back, and Cambridge-Isanti, I almost desperately needed that one because North Branch was on a roll. Out is, Dickey. Checking in is Wilmer. Back to serve is Emma Bosma. 23-22. Serve is over from Bosma. Easy there, and now Knospel will look for the kill. That hits the antenna on the Knospel hit, and that will tie it up at 23 apiece. Bosma will serve. It's over. Giese there for the dig, right at the net. Pushed over, dug up by Wilmert. Bosma there, and Mackey will get it back across. Dug up by Schrofer. Minky sets for Thorson. Fangmeyer can't get it cleanly. And it will be a kill there for Thorson again. Sophia Thorson makes it set point 24-23. And in and back to serve is Victoria Thurmer. Thurmer started the 6-0 third. Started at 3-0. Can she finish it off for North Branch? It's over. Dug up by Fangmeyer. To Bosma. And tapping it over was Wilmert. Dug up by the Vikings. And Lattimore will get the kill to finish off set number 3. North Branch wins it 25-23. Man, what a set that was. Well, that's going to be it for the third set, and we'll take another Holmes Auto Body and Glass set break here on WCMP. Back after word from our fine sponsors.
Now it's time for the Q Media Sports Set Break. Brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. More local high school sports action is on the way.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref.
That's simple human sense.
Your local auto owner's agent is Pine Insurance Agency. Visit them at pineagency.us today. pineagency.us.
Hey, Mark, I spent about $3,500 on heating this last winter.
Whoa, sounds like you need to switch to a central boiler outdoor wood furnace like I did.
A wood furnace? That sounds like a lot of work.
No, not really. I have my wood delivered, and with a large firebox and a central boiler outdoor furnace, I usually just fill it once a day.
Whoa, that sounds great.
I heat my domestic water, garage, and I'm saving a ton of money every year.
Well, where do I get one?
Northland Boiler Sales is your local central boiler sales dealer. Visit northlandboilersales.com.
October is Minnesota Manufacturing Month. The Central Minnesota Manufacturers Association wants to say thank you to all the manufacturing employees and companies. Without you, we would not have a lot of the products we enjoy using every day. Join us at one of our tours of area manufacturers. Tours available this year will be held at Cold Spring, Ingo Metallurgical, and West Central Steel. Tours feature both in-person and private tours. Learn how to register or attend at cmmaworks.org. That's cmmaworks.org. This message is brought to you by the Central Minnesota Manufacturers Association and silver sponsors Roto Chopper, Southwest Initiative Foundation, Chisago County, Centricare Occupational Health, Victoria Fide, and the City of Monticello. More information available at cmmaworks.org.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. 2-1 is the lead for North Branch. They won the third 25-23. They got off to a hot start, 6-0, but then it was Cambridge-Isanti who overcame that slow start to go on an 11-5 run, and then they led for a majority of the third set until a timeout late by North Branch really ended all of Cambridge-Isanti's momentum, and North Branch was able to take and get the win there in the third set, 25-23. Back in for the third set for Cambridge-Isanti after sitting out the third, is Jade Heifert. Bosma will serve for Cambridge-Isanti to begin the fourth. It's over, dug up, and hit back cross by Lattimore. Heifert is there. And now on the far side, Wilmert will look for the kill. Blocked at the net. And couldn't quite tell who got the block there. It was either Knospel or Hubling. Couldn't quite see who it was. Both were there. We'll give it to them both. So 1-0 North Branch, and to serve is Jocelyn Mayer. Her serve is over. Dug up by Fangmeyer. Bosma keeps it alive, and somehow, someway, Gibson gets it over. Dug up, though, by North Branch, and off the block, and Gibson for a moment kept it alive, but Lattimore with another kill. 10th on the night for Lattimore, and that leads the team and the game. It's Mayer to serve once again. Her serve is a line drive, dug up by Heifert, and then pushed back across. Now dug up by Mayer. Lattimore will look for another kill. Oh, and Fangmeyer probably could have let that one go, but it's going to be a kill anyways for Lattimore again to make it 3-0. This eerily similar to the start of last set for North Branch, where it was 6-0. And the serve from Mayer is over, dug up by Fangmeyer. Now hit by Diedrich, blocked at the net! Is that Lattimore or Knospel? I think it was maybe Lattimore. 4-0 now. Serve is over. Fangmeyer there with the dig. Bosma sets, and it is Heifert. Yeah, just too hard of an angle there for Heifert to try and get that one. That was on the far side of the antenna. There was really kind of just no way for her to try and get that one back over. So she did all she could on that one. Now the serve here from, wow. Ace for Mayer as that one hits the net and rolls over. And Gibson will check out in is Hanch, Brianna Hanch. Will check into the game. Again, a couple of tough things that just happened here for Cambridge-Isanti. 6-0. Second time in a row that has happened for North Branch. Diedrich will look for the kill, and she'll end the run. So for the second set in a row, it's a 6-0 start. And then it is done in by Cambridge-Isanti. Gustafson will check in for Hayfert, and Blocker in for Hanch. Gustafson will go back to serve. Serve is over. Dug up by North Branch, and now Knospa will look for the kill. It's over. Bosma there with the dig. Fangmeyer sets, and Wilmert will look for the kill the other way. Diving dig by Schrofer, setting it up for Amelia Lattimore, but nice job there by Plocker with the dig. Wilmert will hit it back across. Giese is there. That's Minky who hits it over. Dug up by the Blue Jackets. Wilmert will hit it long. 7-1 now. North Branch with the lead. And Knospel will go back to serve. That's Jade Knospel, the 5'9" senior for North Branch. And the serve is over. Dug up by the Blue Jackets. And Emma Diedrich comes up with a big-time kill there. Great set by Bosma to set that one up. 7-2. Fangmeyer will go back to serve. Her serve is over, dug up by Giese on the back line. Amelia Lattimore looks for the kill, and right through the block of Larkin. It kind of stuck in her hand almost. Make it 8-2. And not a formula for success for Cambridge-Isanti. Get one, then let one up. Not going to go well if that keeps up. Lattimore with the serve, and Gustafson cannot get it. It's an ace for Lattimore. Got a lot of aces here tonight, and then, let's see, that's 6 of them for North Branch, according to my stats. I could be wrong, so take that with a grain of salt. Another serve from Lattimore. It's over, dug up by Gustafson on the far side. Wilmert pushes it back across, dug up by Minky. Lattimore sets for Schrofer, dug up by Fangmeyer. Bosma sets and looking for the kill that time, and getting it is Farrah Plocker. Her third of the evening. Make it 9-3. So that's the 6-point deficit that we've kind of stuck with. Plocker, her third, and Brianna Dickey will go back to serve. And it's over. It's going to be an ace for Dickey. Her second. Teams, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10 of them? Dickey with another serve. This one is dug up cleanly by Knospel. Push back over off the dig. At the net. Back and forth they go. We're going to get, I think, someone into the net from North Branch. 9-4. Or 5, excuse me. 9-5. I missed the last point. So it's 9-5. North Branch still leading here in the fourth. This serve is over, dug up by Knospel. Racing after it, Minky, and Schrofer will get it back and down for the kill. I don't think anyone expected that to happen, but great job by Schrofer to get the kill, 10-5. Back to serve Jenna Minky. Minky's serve is into the net to make it 10-6. And again, serving is so tough because if your timing gets thrown off at all, if your routine gets messed up by a millisecond, it definitely screws it up, and more times than not, it is going to be a serve error. Gibson also checks back in, as does Hayford for Cambridge-Isanti. 10-6 is our score. Serve is over from Gibson. It gets right in between two North Branch players, and Gibson will get her fourth ace of the evening. And, yeah, 2 players there for North Branch. Goes right in between. I think it was Knospel and Schrofer. Gibson will serve again. It's over. This time Giese is there for the dig. Set by Minky. Schrofer off the net. Dug up, though, by Dickey. And that's now Gibson who hits it back over. Minky there and Schrofer again. Hayfert there for the dig. Bosma sets. And that one's hit over and down by Gibson. Gibson, is that her first kill of the evening? It is. Gibson with her first kill coming in the fourth. Again, Cambridge-Isanti needs to win this one to bring it to a fifth. North Branch trying to finish it off here in the fourth. Gibson with the serve. It's over. Oh, not the cleanest of digs, but keeping it alive was Giese on the dive, but just couldn't keep it alive enough. And now we'll get a timeout by North Branch. An ace there for Gibson. And it is 10-9. And that'll be a timeout by Cambridge-Isanti. 30 seconds, then we're back.
Arrowhead Transit, your community, your ride. Arrowhead Transit is proud to support this station and bring you reliable public transportation in your community. Whether you need to get to work, school, or the doctor's office, our friendly drivers and comfortable buses are here to serve you. We're committed to connecting communities and making transportation accessible for everyone. Arrowhead Transit is your community partner in getting around. Arrowhead Transit is a supporting sponsor of the station and is dedicated to supporting our local communities.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350, it's the Blue Jackets. Down by one, North Branch again. Winning this set would finish off the game, but if Cambridge-Isanti is able to come back and win this one, we would be headed to a fifth. Cambridge-Isanti has the serve. It's Gibson. The serve is over. Giese on the back line with the dig. Minky, and it was blocked at the net. Pushed back over by North Branch, then pushed back over by Cambridge-Isanti. Schrofer will line it up, and it's dug up by Fangmeyer on the back line. Bosma sets. Hayfert will look for the kill. Dug up by Giese to the front of the net and pushed over. Oh, it gets over on the hit from Dickey. Oh, Dig, rather. And looking for the kill is Schrofer, and that's coming right towards us. And that'll get down, and that's a kill for Schrofer. 11-9, North Branch still with the lead. And it is Schrofer who is back to serve. Her serve is over. Hayfert there on this near sideline with it. Pushed over by Bosma. Kept alive by North Branch. And they'll get it over. Dug up on the back line by Fangmeyer. And Dickey will get this one back across. Schrofer on the back line with the dig. Minky and setting it up for Thorson. Blocked at the net by Larkin. And Larkin with a block. That'll make it 11-10. And Addie Larkin will get ready for the serve. Again, couple blocks, or actually 4 blocks, an ace, a kill tonight. Does it all, and we had a premature whistle there. Yeah, we're gonna. So we had a premature whistle happen on that play, thinking that ball got down. So they're gonna redo it. So Larkin will serve, and that one's out. So North Branch will get the point anyways. Yeah, we had a interesting premature whistle there, as that one almost looked like it got down, but a great diving effort to get the dig, and North Branch kept it alive. And now Victoria Thurmer is in. Serve is over, dug up by Fangmeyer. From the middle is Gibson, Minky, Thurmer, and Knospel will hit it into the net. 12-11. And it will be Bosma to serve. Couple subs here for North Branch. Also checking in is Josie Hubling. Serve here from Bosma is over. Schrofer with the dig towards the front of the net, and on the far side, blocked at the net. Kept alive by North Branch, and they will tap it across. And a dig there, but it's going to get down for a North Branch point, 13-11, and that is a kill for Amelia Lattimore. Checking in, going back to serve, Jocelyn Mayer. She's in for Hubling. Mayer with the serve. It's over. Dug up by Hayford on that far side. Now Wilmert will look for the kill. Blocked at the net. Kept alive for a moment. But it's a kill that time. Not sure who got that one. Not quite sure who got it, but meanwhile, Mayer will serve again. Fangmeyer's there on the back line. Bosma and Emma Diedrich will look for the kill. Dug up on the back line. Pushed back over. Kept alive by Bosma. Diving dig. And Diedrich somehow gets it across. And then this one is over. Fangmeyer pushes it back over on the dig. Mayer there, setting up for Lattimore. Dug up nicely, though, by Gibson. And this one hit back across by Hayford. On the far side, Knospel. That's off the antenna. 14-12. And we'll get a couple substitutions here as Gustafson will check in for Hayford and Plocker in for Gibson. And back to serve is Gustafson. 14-12 our score. And it's over. Dug up by Knospel on the far side. They'll set it up for Lattimore. Lattimore goes long on the hit. Good hit there, but just long. And North Branch trying to argue that it was tipped. I did not see that. So it possibly was tipped, but maybe not. Knospel there with the dig. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by North Branch. Knospel will look for the kill. Fangmeyer to Plocker, and Wilmert will push it back over. Giese there on the back line. Lattimore off the block, and Fangmeyer will get it on the set, and Bosma will push it back over. Dug up there by Schrofer at the net, blocked, and I think someone went into the net. Maybe not quite sure. They're going to call it on the Blue Jackets, so this will tie it up at 14 apiece on our Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, they'll leave you with a smiling Embrace forever. Plus, your journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force brace or Invisalign clear liners. Not quite. Look, we've got another injury timeout here for Cambridge-Isanti. Looks like possible some blood, maybe, for Fangmeyer. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened. Possibly got some blood over there on Fangmeyer. And not quite sure what's going on over there. Had a couple of people who can't even look at it. So hopefully Fangmeyer's okay. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Well, looks like they just got a Band-Aid on it possibly, and looks like they might be good to go. Nope, not quite. Well, I don't think she'll be able to come back out in time for after the timeout, I should say. So Fangmeyer might have to wait to sub back in. Everyone but, yeah, Fangmeyer won't be able to check back in out of the timeout. She's still getting taped up. It looks like she possibly, not quite sure. Well, again, we hope and pray that she's okay. Meanwhile, Larkin will check in for Fangmeyer. And Gustafson readying the serve. So back out of the timeout, Gustafson will serve. It is over. Dug up by Schrofer on the back line, and Knospel will look for the kill through the block. Diving dig there by Plocker, and Wilmert will look for the kill. Dug up, though, by Schrofer. They'll set it up for Lattimore, who just taps it over. I mean, Lattimore has done such a good job of that here tonight. You got to be so proud of her if you're Coach Selbishka, because, man, oh, man, she's doing what needs to be done, not getting the big hits, but just placing it in the perfect spot. And now the serve is Jade Knospel. The serve is over. Dug up by Larkin. Bosma sets, and it's going to be Plocker looking for the kill, but Giese there for the dig, and Schrofer will look for the kill the other way. Gustafson with the dig. Diedrich hits it over. Mayer, now the kill again, And that is Lattimore again. 16-14. And Knoxville ready another serve. Serve is over, dug up by Larkin, and Plocker will look for the kill. Blocked at the net and dug up by Cambridge-Isanti on the far side. Wilmert will tap it over and blocked again. Was that Lattimore again? Holy moly. She has been everywhere. And with that, we'll get another timeout here by North Branch. 30 seconds, and we'll be back.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ask Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage, and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM, AM 1350. North Branch leads 17-14 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, and they also lead 2-1, trying to finish it off here with this victory in this set. Or if Cambridge-Isanti wins, we're headed to a fifth. Embrace Orthodontics will do all the insurance heavy lifting for you, and if you don't have insurance, you can ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget. Find out more at EmbraceMN.com. Jade Knospel still serving for North Branch. Fangmeyer is back in for Cambridge-Isanti, so she appears to be okay. Knospel with the serve. Fangmeyer with the dig on the back line. Bosma sets it up for Wilmert, and Wilmert, no, it's dug up by Mayer, and that is long on the hit there from Minke, just long, I might add. Good spot for it, just a little bit too long on it. And now Fangmeyer will go back to serve. She has a couple aces here this evening. And this one is over. Giese with a dive. And then Lattimore, another tap over, kept alive, and Bosma's going to get it over. Back again by North Branch. Bosma with the dig. Setting it up for Wilmert. Wilmert blocked at the net, but it's going to get down. Oh my goodness. What an effort by Bosma to keep that play alive on that dive. That should have been, for all intents and purposes, a kill for North Branch, but Bosma with the dive to keep that play going. On the far side, Schrofer will look for the kill. Through the block, dug up by Fangmeyer. Set by Bosma. Plocker will look for the kill. Off the block, Plocker gets the dig. Bosma sets, and it's Wilmert this time, and that goes long. They get 18-16. Back to serve, Amelia Lattimore. 18-16. And it's over, dug up by Gustafson. Bosma sets for Wilmert. And Wilmert's long. Just long. She went opposite side, so going across court with the hit. Good spot for it, just a tad long on it. If she is able to get that one in, that is a kill. Lattimore with the serve. It's over, dug up by Gustafson. Bosma with the set, and a kill there for Larkin. Addie Larkin with the kill. Meanwhile, the North Branch Vikings got that state champion banner back up. I didn't realize it was 2A. They are now 3A, so it was a 2A state championship. It's crazy to think that was only 7 years ago. And I say only as if it doesn't seem like longer. Serve is up by Cambridge-Isanti, blocked at the net. Bosma is going to get on top of that one. And it's 19-18. North Branch still with the lead. Serve is over here. And back across. Bosma hits it into the net. She had it squared up, but just mistimed it on that one. And if she didn't, that was going to be another kill. We would have been tied at 19, but now Jenna Minke back to serve. North Branch is trying to finish off this set and go home with a 3-1 victory. Serve is over, dug up by Gustafson, Bosma, and now Plocker with the kill. Plocker on that far side through a couple of hands, and she gets the kill, 20-19. Hayford back into the game, as was Gibson for Gustafson and Plocker. Serve is over from Gibson, dug up there by Knospel and hit across by Schrofer, dug up by Gibson. Hayford sets on this near side, and Larkin will get it over, dug up by Schrofer. Set up for Schrofer again, and that hit is going to go just long, and we are tied at 20 apiece. Tied all at 20 here in this fourth set. Blue Jackets trying to push it to a fifth. That serve into the net, so that will certainly help North Branch on that one. And now Schrofer will go back to serve. (21-20), serve into the net, so back-to-back serves into the net. We're tied at 21. Fangmeyer out, in comes Diedrich, and back to serve is Larkin for Cambridge-Isanti. Late in set number 4, Larkin serves, game tied at 21. Dug up by Giese, set and hit back over. Dug up by Dickey on that far side. Gibson will hit it across, Giese. And now Knospel looks for the kill through a block, dug up on the back line, Larkin. And now Hayford will look for the kill off a block at the net, kept alive by North Branch on the dive from Giese. Hayford will get the dig. And Hayford will hit it back across, dug up by Knospel. Minke, and Knospel again will look for it across. Dickey on that far side with the set, and hit over. No, it's going to go into the net by Gibson, and that makes it 22-21. Back to serve will be Victoria Thurmer. She started the third and fourth set 6-0. She helped them get out to that 6-0 lead in both sets. Can she finish it off here? This serve is over. It's an ace, 23-21. So here we go. I don't think Cambridge-Isanti has any timeouts left, so they've got to get through it. That's her first ace of the evening for Thurmer, 23-21. North Branch needs 2. Cambridge-Isanti still well in this one. Fangmeyer there. Bosma, Diedrich with the kill. Now you just can tell when Diedrich is going to get the kill because she squared it up there, and there was really just no chance on the other side. Bosma will go back to serve. Bosma trying to get 3 in a row to finish it off for Cambridge-Isanti and bring it to a fifth. Wilmert into the game for Dickey. Bosma serve is over. Knospel, then Giese, and then hit across here by Schrofer. And it's going to be a kill for Schrofer. Match point, North Branch. Here we go. In to serve comes Jocelyn Mayer. And Mayer trying to finish it off. Serve is over. Fangmeyer with the dig. Bosma. Diedrich late on that one, but she just does get it over. 24-23. Still match point for North Branch, so any mistake here by Cambridge-Isanti will be a win for North Branch, but Cambridge-Isanti needs 1 to tie it up, 3 for the win. In this set anyways, then they'll bring it to a fifth. Back in is Plocker, as is Gustafson. Gustafson is back to serve. Gustafson's serve is over, dug up by Canasso to the front of the net. Amelia Lattimore, no. Gustafson, and then hit back over by Diedrich. Easy, Lattimore again, dug up by Bosma. And Wilmert will hit it over Giese. And it's Knospel. No, it's long. And we're tied at 24. 24 all in the fourth set. Gustafson back to serve. Going to go at least into 1 extra point in this set. Serve is over by Gustafson. Giese there. Lattimore looking for the kill. Through the block, she gets it. Back to match point for North Branch, 25-24. Knospel will go back to serve. Can she finish it off here in the fourth? Again, any mistake ends it for Cambridge-Isanti. North Branch trying to finish it off, but Cambridge-Isanti trying to get one back and get to the 5th. Knoxville serve is over. Fangmeyer there. Bosma sets. They wanted Diedrich, but it'll go to Plocker, and it gets down. Didn't quite see who got the block there. I think it was Lattimore, and that will be it. North Branch will win this one 26-24. We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W root beer freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
106.5 FM, 1350 AM is your home for Packers football.
It will be Green Bay football. Crowd was roaring.
Get all the action every game, every game.
There he goes. 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. He leaped into the end zone. Touchdown.
The hits, the touchdowns, the Lambeau leaps. Live Packers action every game.
There is your dagger.
Catch every game locally. 106.5 FM or 1350 AM. WCMP.
How do you want to be celebrated? A church service, a celebration of life in a chapel, maybe even cremation with an outdoor gathering. Many of these things can be taken care of ahead of time and can be affordable. Methvin Funeral and Cremation has the resources and expertise to help you plan ahead. Learn how you can make the decisions now that will make things easier for your family in the future. Methvin Funeral and Cremation in Mora, Hinckley, Isle, and Sandstone. Or find them online at methvinfuneralhome.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer.
And
That's
back here on WCMP 106.5 FM. I'm now joined by our Pine Insurance Player of the Game. That is Jenna Minke. First of all, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
And you guys get the win here tonight over Cambridge-Isanti, a big win. But what was the feeling coming into tonight? Obviously a big conference game.
Yeah, it's a big conference game. We've been going through the motions lately, and it's just nice to get a win against a good conference team.
You guys played a couple of tough opponents last week, got the victory against, again, a couple of conference opponents as well. You've had a couple of big tournaments already this year, at about 500 already. What is kind of the feeling at this point of the season for this team?
We're just trying to figure out all of our rotations and players and figure things out, and we're definitely getting there. We just got some more work to do.
It was pretty dominant at times here for you guys, but it looked like the communication here tonight was pretty on point. Was that the same feeling out there for you guys?
Yeah, I think so. I think we communicate well, we flow well together, yeah.
That second set was a little bit lopsided for you guys. What was kind of the message after that set, maybe from the coaches or just between you players?
As a captain, I just said that we got more than what we just had, and we need to bring it again, and that's what we did in the third set.
This conference always tough to play in, and obviously this is a rivalry team here against Cambridge-Isanti. How does it feel to come and get a win here over Cambridge?
It feels great to get a nice conference win.
So you guys will have more coming up here later in the week. I believe this is your last duel, but you'll have a tournament coming up here over the weekend. What is kind of the mindset going into that tournament?
Just play how we know how to play and play like no one's going to beat us.
All right. Well, Jenna Minke, thank you so much for joining me. Congrats on being our player of the game. Congrats on the win, and good luck going forward.
Thank you.
We'll be back afterward from our fine sponsors here on WCMP.
Pizza Pub in Pine City has a pizza and salad buffet on Fridays.
Not the right vibe. Trav and the gang at Pizza Pub are a little hipper. Here we go. Take two.
Start off your weekend right with the Friday Pizza Buffet at Pizza Pub. From 11 to 1, pile your plate high with all-you-can-eat pizza for just $12, or upgrade to pizza and salad buffet for only $16. And they're now open Friday and Saturday 11 to 11 and Sunday 11 to 10. Pizza Pub, serving fresh pizza every day of the week. Come stop in.
Pizza Pub of Pine City.
Jenna Minke, our Pine Insurance Player of the Game. We appreciate her for joining us in the post game. 3-1 is the victory for North Branch on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. The Vikings get the win here, 3-1. Set 4 was a 26-24 victory, but set 1 they won 25-22. That second set is different. It was a 25-11 win for Cambridge, and then that third set it was like, okay, here we go. Cambridge looks like they could get something going, but it was North Branch who got off to a 6-0 start And then Cambridge came back, erased that 6-0 deficit. They actually led for most of the third, but North Branch came back and won it 25-23. Then in the fourth, it was the same story, a 6-0 start for North Branch. Cambridge-Isanti eventually erased that, and then it was back and forth. Cambridge-Isanti never led for too long here in the fourth, but it was tied, and then they led for a little bit, and they led late, and then North Branch was able to tie it back up. Then it was back and forth. They led here late. Cambridge-Isanti was able to erase set point, but not for long, as North Branch would finish it off 26-24, getting the win 3-1 over the Blue Jackets. Again, want to thank Jenna Minke, our Pine Insurance Player of the Game, for joining us. She will get the coveted Player of the Game t-shirt. Pine Insurance Agency has locations in Aiken, Ham Lake, Moose Lake, McGregor, and Pine City. Congratulations again to Jenna Minke. Visit pineagency.us for a quote on your insurance needs. So North Branch, again, this will be their final kind of dual match of the week before they head to a tournament here on the weekend. And we'll look at what's coming up for both of these teams. Again, for North Branch, a little bit of a rest here this week. This will be their final dual match until Friday, I believe it is. I believe it's Friday. No, it's Thursday. They'll travel to Zimmerman, and then coming up this weekend, they will have a tournament. I thought, anyways. I am wrong. I am off by, like, a lot. That's next week. I'm an idiot. You want to talk about embarrassing. That is it right there. But either way, they'll play Zimmerman, will North Branch. Man, I appreciate Minke. She could have easily corrected me and said, hey, we're not that. But, wow, embarrassing. That's about as bad as it gets, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Thinking a little too far ahead. Either way, for Cambridge-Isanti, believe it or not, it's opposite. That's what happened. So Cambridge-Isanti will have a tournament this weekend. Jenna Minke, our Player of the Game. So Cambridge-Isanti is the one who has their lone game, and then they'll have a tournament coming up. Oh, I feel so bad now for Jenna Minke. I completely messed that up. Well, I apologize, Miss Jenna Minke, for that screw up there. That is totally on me. But again, the Vikings get the victory here 3-1. They will travel to Zimmerman on Thursday. And then Cambridge-Isanti, this is it for them here during the week. They'll be at Chisago Lakes tournament coming up this weekend. So the Vikings get the victory here 3-1 over the Blue Jackets of Cambridge-Isanti and now move closer to 500 on the season. I want to thank all of you for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the sponsors. Of course, if you want to know more about local sports, tune into our morning show over on 100.9 FM with Josh Muir on at 7:45 and 8:45. Plus, you can also subscribe to this YouTube. Subscribe, because that way you'll be notified anytime we go live with a local sporting event. So stay tuned by subscribing. You can also stay tuned by checking on our website, WCMPradio.com. Go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule. That will show you all the links for the games that we have coming up that week. Also, articles from games we've been at, plus interviews with players and coaches. Then also we can go to our social medias, Facebook, our X, and our Instagram at WCMP Radio, and then our X is at Q Media Sports. So be sure to like, subscribe, follow, do whatever you got to do to stay up to date with all things local sports. The final once again on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, Vikings beat the Blue Jackets 3-1. Remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through, and your kindness could truly make their day. For Anthem Country, WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night.
Hey there, Brad from Lee's Pro Shop here. Are you ready to show off that school pride? Lee's Pro Shop is your official letter jacket supplier, and we're here to help you celebrate every touchdown, goal, and win. We got everything you need to create a perfect letter jacket that tells your story. And for a limited time, when you come in and mention this radio ad, you get $10 off your letter jacket. That's right, $10 off. So come in, let's start to tell your story. Lee's Pro Shop, where the passion for sports begins.
That concludes our broadcast from WCMP Sports, a Q Media Group radio station, and brought to you in part by local advertisers. For high school sports schedules, scores, and interviews, visit WCMPradio.com. Catch more local live action all season long, right here on this local radio station. Also available via the WCMP mobile app, available for free download in the App Store, and multiple Q Media Group YouTube streams. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regularly scheduled programming. WCMP is 100.9 FM, 106.5 FM, and 1350 AM. Licensed out of Pine City.